Approaching next station. If this is your stop, please prepare to disembark. Last call for passengers. The shuttle is preparing to depart. Providing connections to all major platforms. Crusader shuttle is approaching the station. Last call for passengers. Be sure to explore and discover all Orson has to offer. With so much to see and do, Crusader is a journey worth making.
Circle's infinite spa, with shuttles arriving daily. What are you waiting for? Come.
Welcome. Please visit us again. Goodbye. Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System. Vehicle selected. Stand by. Your vehicle has been delivered to the following location. Please visit us again. Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System. Your vehicle has been moved to our storage facility. Please visit us again. Goodbye. Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System. Your insurance claim has been sent. Thank you. Please visit us again. Goodbye. Please visit us again. Goodbye. Please visit us again. Goodbye.
Right now, I'm just taking it easy. I'm doing some cargo hauling missions. Today's been pretty bad. Had loaded up my vehicle 2 times. In the middle of loading it up, it crashed. Um, all the loot was still, or all the crates were still on the box, or the lift to go down. So I thought if I re-accepted the quest and then dropped all the loot down, it would give me credit, but it doesn't. So that was a waste of time. And then there was just a series of constant, I guess 30K. Like literally, you would log on to the game, and the game would immediately crash, like within 2 to 5 minutes. And then you try and log back in. There's a queue of like 400 or 250. You get all the way to the end, and then you get another error. And then try and get back in, and it was like, oh, you gotta wait a little bit. Your shard's still in the game. I'm like, I didn't even get in. How's my shard in the game? So, um, went ahead and I logged out for about 4 or 5 hours. Right now, so far, it seems to be stable outside of the fact that if you were watching right from the beginning, I wanted to change the color scheme on my constellation. So I lowered it to, or I went to store it so that I could change the color, not paying attention that so whenever you go into your hangar, whatever ship that you had the last time, if you just retrieve it, it's going to be in the same location that you had, or the same position when you logged out. So of course, it was facing long ways, facing the lift, so that I could load cargo. So I went to load it, or when I went to store it, without looking at the screen, paying attention like an idiot, it tried to lower the constellation, and the constellation got destroyed. So I'm in the process. I just had to pay another 10K to get my guy back. So as you can see, technically I got 1.7 million almost right now. What I'm trying to do is get a vulture. I'm trying to stop spending money on ships. I just bought the so what did I buy? Yeah, I just bought the Zeus, and because of the storage, it's a little bit, I have the Cuddy, which gives you 64, and then I had the Constellation, which is like 174, and I believe the Zeus that I got, it's like 128. I got the one that's got more space for storage. In hindsight, maybe I would have probably been better off getting the Exploration one. Only because you could probably jump a lot farther. I mean, I really don't know where the benefit of that would be either. However, if you are thinking about getting the Zeus, you might want to just wait until the combat version comes out, because the problem right now with the Zeus that is currently there, the issue is the cargo space. So, in order for me to make all the money that I have now, I was renting a C1. And for loading the cargo in the C1, it's amazing. You got plenty of space. With the Zeus, however, like I can't stack 2 of the 8 ACU containers, because on our the Zeus, it's only 3 high. So even though it says you can get like 128 cargo in there, yeah, you could probably get 128 cargo in there if they're all 1 SCU slots. Well, do you want to load 128 boxes? I don't think so. So, I feel that's kind of misleading in the sense. I hope they find a better way. So, the way they did it is because of the way you have the components where you can, like, later on they're going to bring in, like, you can switch out like the power generator, engineering and stuff. So they left the space for you to be able to walk along the edges on the outside. Well, by doing that, that limits how you can really put your cargo in. And so you can't really get good cargo in the Zeus. So don't get me wrong, I like the Zeus, it's a pretty ship, but in hindsight, I would have rather I'm probably gonna upscale that or uptrade that into something different because I'd rather just buy that in game and have it just for like kind of whatever. But for like cargo hauling, I have to say the Constellation is amazing. You get 174 and it's plenty of space. You can really get some good stuff in there. So don't waste your money buying the Zeus. I just don't think it's worth it. The cargo loading is really horrible, and so it's just not a good ship for using for cargo hauling. So if you got like a Cuddy, that's great. If you don't, my recommendation, as soon as you start the game, you want to make money, hauling is the way to go. It's definitely an easy way to make money if you're not really good at dogfighting and stuff. And basically what you do is you just go ahead, you get you a little bit of money, and then with that little bit of starting money that you have, go ahead and rent you a C1, and then just use that for hauling missions. So much easier to load. It's definitely worth every penny for the rental. Rent it for like 3 days. That's going to give you more than enough money. Technically, if you stick with it, you could make enough money then to get yourself a Vulture. Right now, that's what I'm trying to do. It is a little difficult right now because when the game first started 4.0, there were some issues with the crime stat. So, of course, what happened was I ended up getting a crime stat, and then I couldn't accept missions anymore, even after I cleared the crime stat. So I ended up having to play on my alt for like 2 or 3 days. Well, that's 2 or 3 days now that I couldn't do cargo hauling on this guy. So my skill set is not as, or my reputation isn't as high as it probably should have been. Alright, enough of me talking. Let's see if our ship is there. Where is it at? Okay, so it's in there now. So I just wanted to change the color scheme on it. I do have some different color schemes. So there we go. Constellation, liveries. So this is the one we got now, the Black Heron. I want to try out this one, the Storm one. I think that's going to be pretty cool. You also got the orange one. We could try that out. You got the all white. I think the green also looks pretty cool, but I want to try the Storm one out. Okay, so we went ahead and did that. Right. Boom. And now we're going to retrieve our Constellation. I think this is what everybody calls the Constellation. I could be wrong. Okay. The one thing I really want to do is I really want to get a larger ship so I can always have the larger hangar. The medium hangar, this one is just dog poop. I really hate this hangar. Oh, the black and blue. I like this color scheme. Okay, I think we're going to stick with this for a little bit. Alright. Looks like the cargo thing might actually already be lowered, so that's a good thing. Okay, let's back up a little bit so we can see what we're doing. I'm hoping that this is not... See, the problem is I probably should have... I'm hoping that this is not... Move to the elevator? Unselect all. Okay, we can't even move to the elevator, so... Okay, so... Let's make sure there's nothing on the elevator. Okay, there's nothing there. Maybe it was just glitched out. Let's hope for the best. Let's lower this baby down. Okay. Hope you guys are enjoying your Christmas. The holidays. Yep, here we go. Alright. So, I don't know. I'm hoping that this is just not glitched from like the old missions. stuff, but I don't think so. Okay, so clearly we can't bring everything up. Okay, so this is contract, waste, scrap, and this is waste, so I guess let's move everything in, and I don't know why we can't get everything on it. Okay, that's a lot of big boxes there, guys. And I'm afraid that, like, so I had, like, accepted a bunch of missions earlier, and then, of course, the game crashed, and so I'm wondering if some of these boxes are from previous, missions, which would then explain why we can't get everything in it. Because this is way too much. So, but that's fine. We'll figure this out. I probably could have moved the ship a little bit closer, but that's fine. Now I know that there's, I guess, also like a little mech thing. Kind of looks like the thing from Alien. Come on. Oops. I don't know why sometimes. Oh, okay, well, that's why. There we go. And so I'm afraid that, which is a bad thing. So if I select some missions and then the game crashes and it's already loaded all the crap inside the warehouse, it should automatically delete that too. Like I shouldn't still have it in my cargo. There's no reason why it should still be there. So this, I think, is actually, this could be part of which means I probably just, okay, I just want to make sure. Yeah, technically what I could do now is I could take all the cargo out and just throw it in my cargo, my hangar. And then, which is probably what we're going to have to do, because I've accepted a bunch of missions at Seraphim earlier before the game crashed on me. And I'm pretty sure that a lot of those boxes are in that cargo hold, which means, and if that's the case, I'm going to have to just first go there, empty out all the cargo, throw it on the ground, and then accept new quests. Because there shouldn't be this many of the larger boxes. Oh, but that's fine. We'll be able to get part of it. And we'll have to probably come back here and then clean out the storage bin. Dump everything, delete all my missions, and start from scratch. So that's a horrible bug. I hope they fix that, because this is, yeah, look, there's no way that this one mission, yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do, because this is really messing up. I'm not gonna be able to make no money on this run. I want this run to be worth it, so and I hope eventually what'll happen is that all this extra cargo, I think it disappears after a while. So it'll be around for a little bit, but that's okay. As long as it's out the way. Oops. Oops. Yeah, because this mission shouldn't have this many large containers. So yeah, we gotta do a little bit of cleanup, but that's fine. We have to do this at both locations. But yeah, if you're doing cargo hauling missions, I would say if the server wasn't constantly crapping out. Right now, at my level, I think I'm only like junior. I could literally get, I could fully load up the Connie on one run, leaving from Seraphim to here, and I make 380,000 on one run. It takes about 40 minutes, but that's not too bad. So in a matter of 2 hours, you can make 4 runs. That's 1.4 million. That's not bad. But I think what I'm going to do now, because the game keeps crashing, there's no really good stability until they can fix it, the problem. I think what I'm going to do is I am going to, sorry about that. Yeah. I think what I'm going to do is I will, yeah, just take like 2 missions. One big one that has a bunch of boxes and then one smaller one for 50,000. So I can make 130k and I could probably load it a lot faster. Or we just keep taking the 80k one and going back and forth. And because with the little one, they're all 1 SCU boxes, and that does take a while to load. I mean, it's a lot of boxes here. If you've only got like say 5 or a bunch, say 7 or 8 large boxes, you're done. It might be quicker in the long run to just grab just the bigger missions. Plus, I think the mediums, I think they give you better reputation than the low ones, the small ones. Of course, the small ones are going to give you, if you get all of them, it's going to give you the money. I mean, if you're just kind of goofing around and you don't really want to, really like go and do anything like serious, definitely I would just tell you then just grab them all. Even, I'm only leveled up 1 time, I think, to junior now for the hauling missions, and I could take all the missions. There's like 5, maybe 6 or 7. There's 7 missions that you could take that all come here to Orion, and that'll give you 380k in 1 run. So for hauling, that's amazing. But you gotta load all those 1 SCUs. Now, my recommendation, if there's an agriculture one, because those are like 3 of the 4 SCU slot boxes, those go pretty fast too. But all the other ones are just 1 SCUs, man, and it's just a pain. So I think, so what we're doing now is I'm just going to take all the cargo out of the storage and just dump it. I'm going to delete all the quests, and then we'll start over. And then hopefully we should have a clean start, because technically I should have been able to pick everything up in 1 shot. And so the fact that I couldn't just shows that it's still got the old mission cargo in it. Okay, transfer that down to the warehouse. I mean, the graphics on this game is good, man. I'm telling you, I think the title still says that love-hate relationship with your ex. Yeah, this is definitely that. I mean, the game is just, it is good when it works, but man, I'm telling you. Oops, look, see? There we go. Excuse me. So yeah. Oh. Yeah, so this is like from all those missions that I had wanted to do, and then the computer just kept crashing. Yeah, look at this, man. This is crazy. So yeah, this is all just leftover stuff. So you're gonna have to, if you've accepted missions and then you didn't do it because you got a 30k, yeah, you're screwed. And then the problem is with these all this extra cargo, if you grab the wrong cargo, you don't get credit for it when you drop it off. I made that mistake too. I had a full ship, dropped everything off. I didn't get credit for anything. I'm like, wait a minute, what's going on? Yeah, well, that's why, because of this. So this is like multiple missions of failed missions because the game kept crashing on me. So they got to be able to clear out your cargo because this is horrible. This is a lot. Look at all this junk, people. This is all junk now. Nothing that we can't do nothing with any of this stuff. This is all junk. But no, what I was talking about is, you know, from like Alien, you got that little robot. There's a robot thing you can get for that you can also use for loading. But I've never used it, so I don't know how fast it is. I don't know if it'd be faster than this. I mean, if it was be faster than this, yeah, then I would say definitely get that. I think it's the ATL or something. I don't know. I'd have to look it up. But all I know is if it ain't faster, it ain't worth it. I mean, it's one of those nice to have type things so that you can say I got one. But that's the same thing with the Zeus. I got the Zeus, but I can tell you, in hindsight, after the first flight and trying to load the cargo, yeah, not a big fan of it. And also, one of the good things about the Zeus, on the back of it, it does have a tractor beam. So you can load all the cargo with the tractor beam. But there's just massive delay to where it was just really janky. So I would not recommend it. But yeah, look at all this. This is all from missions that I accepted it, and then the game crashed on me. And then it just left all that stuff in the warehouse. And so now you're going to have to clean all that crap up. And it's not like you can sell it. So my base, or my warehouse thing is going to look like a damn junkyard until all that stuff despawns. I don't know how long it takes, but I think it does after a while, so that's fine. It's out the way, so. But yeah, this is a unnecessary evil. So they've got to be able to, if the game crashes, if I don't have any missions, then these boxes should not be inside the warehouse. Yeah, all this stuff is from the old missions that got accepted, and then I got 30K'd. And this is a lot. My goodness. So you can imagine how many missions I accepted. And wasn't able to complete because of the 30K. Yeah, so this is just a lot of cleanup now. It's a necessary evil. So yeah, it doesn't like it when you have the thing in your hand. Alright. Okie dokie. So we gotta do a little bit of cleanup, guys. Sorry about that. Pretty sure that's not what you were expecting. Let's see how much of this we can. These are all the little boxes, man. So this is gonna be a pain. Awesome. Good. Okay, it's the last one. And I got all that gear that you can pay for, which is another thing. It's like if your guy dies, like if the game crashes on you and your guy dies, you lose all your gear. You can't get it back. And that's one of the things that you know, to this day, they still haven't fixed. You know, like, if, let's say, for instance, I buy a special sniper rifle. I pay 50 bucks for it. And I die. Somebody kills me. Okay, that weapon should be tagged or account bound. If it's account bound, then I can't just, like, arbitrarily take the weapon out, let somebody kill me, take the weapon out, let somebody kill me, and they keep getting to claim it. And it shouldn't be allowed, you know? So there's got to be a way that they can do that. I mean, they do everything else. And then that way, you don't have people trying to game the system, be like, oh, you want this weapon, I got it. Just kill me, and then I should be able to reclaim it, and you get a free weapon every time. Well, that's not how it should be. at this mess, man. Look at all this, man. This is horrible. Yep, this is all old stuff. Because I think there's only like one of these little ones when you get the quest, maybe two. So this is all some really old crap. Oops. And if we got this many of these little ones, oh my goodness, you can see why there was so much in there. Wow, this is crazy. And you know how many missions I accepted at Seraphon? Oh my gosh, do you know what's going to be in my warehouse there if you think this one is bad? Because this one doesn't have... Excuse me. This one doesn't have as much. It's only got like really 2 good missions that you can take to go to Seraphon. But Seraphon is the one that's got like the 6 or 7 missions that I've been always accepting. So I'm hoping that the warehouse is empty. So I'm not going to accept any quests for Seraphon. I'm going to go there and see if the warehouse is full. And if it is, I'll probably cry because then I'm going to have to do the exact same thing I'm doing right here. Okay, so we've emptied out the cargo. So now what we need to do, we're going to need to go to the contracts. These are ones that accepted. Hauling. Okay, and we're going to abandon. And that one says it's already abandoned. Oh, hey. Thanks for joining the party. Thank you. This is for you. Okay. Oh, accepted. And abandoned. There we go. So now we have no more quests. Should be back up to 70. Okay. Oops. It's a little delay when you click on it. Alright, so... I think there's one that's like 37,000. Is this it? We're at Dunlow Spaceport, so we want stuff that's going to go from Dunlow, or from Dunlow to Seraphon. So this is the agriculture one, so we could do that one. And then there's like a 56,000 one, and that's the one that has all the medium-sized stuff. So is it the 62 one? No. 53. It's not much, but it's not bad either. So there we go. This one, 53K. And there we go. And we'll accept that one. So now, see how it should be. Okay, see, so now we should be able to get everything in here. See? That's it. So all we gotta move. And move to elevator and bring it on up. See? That's what it should look like. Big difference, ain't it, guys? See all that cargo right there? You know how many times I would have had to go back and forth if... Oops. Sorry about that. I can get everything from here, too. Yeah, definitely you want to invest when you get a chance to get the bigger tractor beam. In the beginning, you're probably not going to... You definitely ain't going to be able to afford it. Unless, of course, you bought just the tractor beam. And nothing else. No clothing or anything. Because the bigger tractor beam costs 19K. And if you start with 25, or you're not going to have much left for anything else. But, I mean, you could. You could still get it. It's just... You're going to be broke. But, again, it does make loading the ships so much easier. So, I like to just go in the beginning and make sure that I have these things loaded all the way to the back. which as you can see we don't. There we go. Wait, is it sticking over the edge? Nope, perfect. All right, good. So just make sure that's in there. I mean, of course, you could back the ship up, get it closer to the hangar. If you have the large hangar, definitely I would tell you to do that because you got the space. But the medium hangar, especially with the Constellation, it's just it's not enough space. It's a pain in the butt to always try and turn it. And I'll show you when we land, so you can see what I'm talking about. Make sure it's all the way to the back. And the reason why you want to do that is just so that you can get used to it, because if you are getting quests, yeah, but see the problem with the Zeus is like if you're doing like cargo missions and you want to load certain things, yeah, you can pick the size of the containers. But when you're doing hauling missions here, you can't control the size of the containers. It's already preordained or preset. And so the problem that you're going to have is when you're doing hauling missions, because you can't specifically pick the size of the containers, it'd be a nightmare trying to, like this right here, with all these larger containers in the Zeus, you're gonna have to you can't use the auto snap feature because it won't fit. So yeah, if you're doing hauling missions where you get to pick the like if you're doing missions for where you're just picking up cargo and doing cargo runs, yeah, definitely you could pick the size of the containers and then it's going to make it a lot easier. But another problem that you have is unless you're running, and I mean, and see, this is going to require, I would think it's going to require a lot of money. So let's say for instance you want to do hauling missions, or not hauling but cargo missions, where you're just picking up something, taking it somewhere else and selling it. Unless that stuff has a huge profit margin, you're not going to make as much as you make on a hauling mission. I make on one of these hauling missions, the bigger one mission, I make 80K. How much or how expensive of material do you have to have in that cargo bay of only 128 SCU or 124? How much do you have to move to make 80K profit? I can tell you now, the Zeus ain't gonna hold nothing that's gonna make you 128K profit or 80K profit on one run. There's no missions out there, or there's no cargo out there, unless you're buying some cargo that costs like, you know, for 120 something slots, you know, you spent 5 million to get it. Yeah, then you might make that 80K profit on it, but you know, if I got 80K in money, I can tell you this, I'm going to be doing a lot better things than that, a small mission like that, that's for sure, because there's no money in it. So again, I would think the Zeus would be good. Like, say for instance, I've watched some videos where people do, like, I don't know if it's the bounty missions or the mercenary missions where you destroy those ships, and sometimes they have like cargo. They got like weevil eggs and slam or something like that. You could load a good amount before you have to then go back and sell it. So yeah, that would make sense, but I don't know. I just don't see any profit margin. And now that they've got these cargo missions, and I think once you get your skill set really high, was it earlier today or maybe last night, some guy was talking about it. You know, he does those missions, and he says he makes like on one mission he can get up to 300,000. So think about it. I do one cargo haul, and it's in. I think he was using a constellation like me. But think about it. If I could do one mission and make 300,000, I don't know what kind of unless you're like doing missions where you find the weevil eggs and stuff like that. I don't know if a single cargo hauling run or path that you can do that's going to make you that kind of money. 300,000 on one run. And if it is, it's because you got I guess a C2 or A2 or whatever it is where you can buy, 4 or 5 million worth of cargo, and then you can make that profit of about 2 or 300,000. But even then, I don't know. For being able to do a cargo hauling mission in a small ship like this and still make 300,000, what do I need to buy a C2 for then? Or those big giant ships? We don't need it. Okay, enjoy the ride. Shields. Oh, hit F4. Look at that color, boy. That paint job on that, baby. Ooh. Alright, guys. Open the door. Let us out. Open sesame. Alright. So, yeah. So, if you're looking to make money in the beginning, I'm telling you, the hauling missions, and everybody's different. Like I said, I'm not that good in combat, so for me, it's a nice, relaxing way to make some decent money until I can buy me a vulture. And I don't know, if I can do one mission, one cargo mission, and make say 300,000 on it. Let's say I make 300,000, and it takes me 10 minutes to load it, fly to the other place, grab another one, load it. Yeah, I've been slowly increasing my ship inventory. I'm still on the fence about buying the Polaris. To be honest, the only reason why I would now buy a Polaris is so that I can have a large cargo hangar. Because all the other ships that get you to large, I don't think there's anything there that would interest me. Okay, let's go to the map. And we want to go to Seraphim Station. Boom. Let's see if, okay, good. So, earlier today, you click on the route, and it would just immediately close the screen. So so Mike, what's the largest ship that you have? Yeah, I mean the optics of the Zeus, man. That thing is a beautiful ship, man. Oh my gosh, that ship is amazing. I mean, I'm telling you now, just walking around on the inside of that ship, I like it. I mean, if I can, I really hate and I mean, this thing is amazing for cargo hauls. I'm not gonna lie. I just really despise the cargo haul that just kind of drops down. I am glad they fixed the bug where if you're trying to load some cargo on um, there was a bug, and I'm pretty sure the bug was for quite a while, that what would happen is if you put a box on it and it dropped, you couldn't move it. It was locked in that spot then. And I'm glad they did fix that. So, all right. Gotta get out of the atmosphere. We have our quantum thing on. And it's okay, there we go. Oops, up. Uh-oh. Oh yeah. So you definitely want to be careful. Because I have so many times was accelerating towards this thing here, and next thing you know, I did the kiss of death. So, oh, you got the 890? Oh, and you got the Polaris. So, and this is why. So the reason why I want the Polaris is because I like the large hangar. I just like having the space. I like to be able to then maneuver my ship around so that I can back it up to unload the cargo and stuff like that. So that's the only reason why I would want a larger ship. So I guess my question is, what I see is a lot of people, they fly out with a Polaris, they have a Vulture, and then they take the Vulture out, collect a bunch of, they scrape all the stuff off of the off of the ships, or the plating and all that stuff. So I guess what the hell, radar contact? Is somebody trying to scan me or something? Yeah, so I guess the question would be with the Polaris, probably if you're soloing, what would be the benefit of having a Polaris? Because if you're not on the ship at the time, we still don't have NPCs that can man the guns. So I guess my question would be, you get out your Polaris, let's say you take your Vulture out with the Polaris, you take the Vulture, you're going out scraping stuff. What would be the benefit then of having a Polaris right now? Like, unless you're doing missions with a bunch of people, and I play solo most of the time anyway. So I guess I would be interested to know, what do you use it for right now?
Docking request initiated. Docking unavailable. Landing gear deployed.
What? Yeah, and that's another bug. Is like I hate the fact that sometimes the hangar doors. See, yeah, see, this is the thing. So now I think the doors are still open. See? All right, so we did make it in. So that's good. So. So. Whoa, whoa. Back up. Stop. 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 Yep, it's right there behind me. Okay. See. All right, let's see if it's lined up. Okay, perfectly lined up. All right, so let's take that out, take this off, and cut the engine off. Oh, you haven't even taken it out yet for its maiden voyage. Wow. Are you waiting for the servers to calm down? All right. Is this thing stuck on something? Ah. Is it fixed now? Okay. I just had to bump it. All right. Let's unload and let's get paid. Oh. The one thing I really hope that they eventually fix is the ghost noise. At least that's what people are calling it. So I guess I just call it the same thing too. Like when other people are landing, the cargo bays are opening for them. I find that very annoying. So I really hope that they fix that in the future updates or patches. Because it's not, I don't need to hear other people landing in their bay. I don't need to hear other ships opening and loading and putting cargo in and running around in their bay. I just think that's a really, and it should be an easy fix, you would think. But I just think it's just horrible that they even have it in. But I do like the hangars. They did take out the, so before you could spawn in your hangars, but I guess because, I guess they probably weren't expecting. Oh, with the, now, when you're saying you're getting just lag, is that all? Everybody that has a Polaris, or just you particularly? Or, because I haven't talked to too many people that have a Polaris. You know, I've seen some videos of some people out there with their Polarises and, you know, a bunch of people on it. I saw a video just a little while ago with a guy, they were in Pyro, and, you know, they were doing a mission, and then another crew showed up that was in a Polaris, and I guess, you know, the Polaris has a med bay, so every time you die, they would just respawn right back in the Polaris and go right back and jump into fray. And you know, they eventually, I guess they lost the zone, the contested zone, so they had to pull back and just give it up. Oh, your computer, yeah. Yeah, I have to say I got a really good rig. So I don't have, so as far as lag, this computer, it shouldn't have any lag at all for anything. There we go. So now I haven't accepted any missions here, but if this is anything like the there's gonna be so many boxes in here. Okay, good. So I guess it was linked to because I kept starting in Orion. Yeah, man. You gotta invest, man, in a good computer, man. I don't care what anybody says, man. Investing in a good computer is where it's at. Alright, so wait. I didn't get credit for everything. What? It says I didn't deliver everything. We had everything. See, this is... Oh. There's still a box on there. Not a problem. Let's raise that baby back on up. I am surprised that I left a box on here. That's embarrassing. Yeah, that was, you know, I'm a gamer. So I know how important it is to have a good gaming machine. And so yeah, you definitely have to invest in a good computer. Come on, give me credit. Okay. Should have cleared that mission. If not, we might have to cancel it then, because I'm not gonna. How did it not complete everything? And then there was no waste. Abandon it. Okay. Okay, let's see what's offered now. So, I'm gonna show you guys all the missions that you can do. So there's one for like, I think 80,000. Where is it at? This one right here. This one goes from Seraphine, where we're at, to Dunlow. So you can accept that. That's 80K. And then all these 50,000 ones. So here's 50K, but these are all little ones. So what I like to do is just get this one. Where is it at? There's like a agriculture. Yeah. So these are the bigger boxes. So you get the 80 and this one, that's 100,000. So you get the 100,000 one, you get the 37,000 at the other spot to bring it back. That's a quick run of maybe almost 140, 150K. And you can probably do that in a couple runs. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you, is you can get all these little ones. And if the game doesn't die on it, like here, Mercenary. So here we go. Provide backup. This is where you go to the base location. And then you can get a lot of gear. So I have a lot of gear, so we're not going to worry about that right now. But that's what you definitely would want to do. And it's not paying you much money, but it is fun if you want to get a bunch of gear, store it up, and a bunch of weapons so you don't keep buying it. It's another one. This is worth 50. So we can get 6 of the 51 and then the 180. So that's 380. Oops, not that one. Is it this one? Yep. So when it first, and I don't know if that, because they're trying to fix it. So when the game first started, it allowed me to pick the same mission like 6 times. And so I loaded all that cargo in there 6 times. And like the very first mission I turned in, I got like 200 and something thousand. So in the beginning of the game, you know, that's how I was able to make so much money. You know, I was able to do it like 2 times, and then after that it stopped working. So I guess they realized that there was a bug in it or something. So I think there's one other mission that we're missing here. Supposed to be 6. Here we go. 37K. Okay, so now we got 7 missions. Oh, accepted. We got 50, 50, that's 100, 200, 250, 330, plus another 367. Almost 370,000 for just one run. That's not bad. But you got a lot to load, and you should be able. And the good thing is I should now be able to load everything on here. See? So, boom, boom. Excuse me. There we go. That's all of them. You can check. What are these? Waste. Okay, that's odd that it was all the way down there. Maybe that's why I missed it on the other one too. Yeah, but as you can see, I did one of those missions. I collected a bunch of gear, pistols, and all that stuff. So it's good to, if you want to get inventory. I sold a bunch of the stuff, like the weapons and all that stuff. I didn't keep it. But, yeah. So now, if the game doesn't crash on us, we should now be able to make 370,000 credits in one run. But it's going to take some time loading everything. So, we need the bigger boxes to go in the back. Come on. Make sure we get it all the way to the back and against the wall. Okay, so I push it all the way, and when it disappears, then that way you know you're at the back. And you just slowly pull it back, boom. And now we know we're all the way at the back. So what I like to do is get the bigger boxes at the bottom first, and then use the little boxes to do the filler. Come on. There we go. And then like these boxes here, come on, fit perfectly right on top of it. So, bam. I think, yeah, we should be able to stand right here. Oops. So, does anybody have like that little the alien robot thing that, oops, that allows you to load cargo stuff? I'd be curious to know how well it works. Come on. And if it loads faster. That'd be interesting to know. And there is a way that you can like kind of add extra cargo on this thing. The little 1 SCUs that kind of fit like in between, because you got like the missile racks on the sides. And so of course they kind of prevent you from going double high on the bigger boxes. That's the only downside of this ship. But I mean, otherwise, man, as you can see, and I like to try and fit everything in here as possible. But yeah, as long as the game doesn't crash us now, we should be able to make come on. Oh yeah. Getting everything loaded in, nice and pretty. And we should be able to get everything in here, and just a little bit space left to spare. And then, once we unload everything, that's 370K. And to be honest, so I remember using a Vulture way back when it first came out. I had done a couple missions with some guys on, you know, the big big one that allows you to scrape with multiple people, the Reclaimer. And so I made a poop ton of money. And so, you know, I was able to try out the Vulture. And I really, with these hauling missions now, if I can get 300,000 on one mission, let's say it takes me 10 minutes to load it, 5 minutes to fly, get there, unload. So that's 15 minutes. So in 15 minutes, I can make 300K. Let's say it's got another mission that gives me then 100K coming back. So technically, in say a 30-minute run, you can make maybe 500,000. That means in 1 hour, you can make $1 million. Oops. I don't know how much the a Vulture can make in an hour. So if you're maxed out in your hauling missions and you can make the same amount, I would then struggle, you know, the risk versus reward. I don't know where the risk being out there and somebody ganking you. I don't know if it's worth it. Where I could just fly, drop the mission off, fly to the back, drop the mission off. No risk. Or very low risk. So this is, and that's why you need to, you can't like just take the little ones and start stacking them. You need to use the little ones as fillers because you need to make sure that you can get everything in here. Because as you can see, we got a lot of these big cargos. And I think the way it is, I think it fits in it 100%. I think so. Okay, I think it went overboard. Okay, I don't know where the heck it went. Okay, yeah, see, sometimes you gotta... Yeah, and this... You see? Right there? Ugh. See, that's one of the things that really irritates me. So... Now... I have to... Okay, we got lucky. There we go. We're back on track, people. I'm a little concerned about the bigger boxes, though. But I'm almost positive it should all fit. You just got to make sure that sometimes, you know, like I said, as one would say, Tetris. You just got to make sure you load everything properly. Don't have any gaps, because you can't afford any gaps. I think there's a gap again. Yeah. Yeah. You need every single spot, people. Because you need the bottom rows to get all those bigger boxes in. And I think all the big boxes will fit perfectly in the bottom. Unless, of course, there was sometimes the numbers do change. And I haven't really paid attention. Because I see a lot of big boxes now. Now I'm starting to get concerned that they're all going to fit in here. But where there's a will, come on. Okay. Come on. Let's just make sure. Okay. Just set you there for now. But as you can see, man, every little bit counts. One, two, boom. There we go. Yep. Gotta squeeze it all in there, people. And how long did it take you with the reclaimer? I mean, 3 million. That's not bad, but you know, the question is, you know, how long did it take you? Because I know the reclaimer can hold quite a bit, and I'm pretty sure you didn't fill up the whole thing. Looks like somebody's shooting at the station or something. All right, one. One, two. Three. Uh-oh. Okay, so there was more. We bit off more than we could chew, guys. So here's the dilemma now. Okay. Did it stay up there? Yes, it did. Okay, so you can manually put... So if we can get this piece in there... Yeah, I think we might have bit off more than we could chew. Because... I don't know if I could... I want to check something. Yeah, we're all the way here at the back. Okay, so come on. Uh, okay, so we got that in there. Yeah, we bit off more than we could chew, guys. So, make sure you pay attention on what you can or can't load. Because now, we can get these guys here in the front. Okay, that didn't go well. Yeah, we're not going to get everything in. There we go. So at least that snapped in. All right. Yeah, that's a long time. But, I mean, 3 million, that's a lot. All right. question is, can we get everything in here? That's the question. Yeah, this is gonna be tight, but I'm trying. I'm now determined now. All right. Okay. Let's see how much we can still get. So, one of two things is gonna happen. When we close that dock or the bay, come on. We are so close, people. Ugh. Okay, this is gonna be fun. Okay. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, will we make it? I think we should be able to make it. I would never recommend anybody doing this. So this is just a proof of concept. Wait a minute now. Oh, okay. Whatever the hell that just happened. Like, I don't know if they're like disappearing, but we're getting it in anyway, one way or the other. Oh, okay, that's why. There we go. Alright, so one of two things is going to happen. When this thing tries to close, if something is blocking it, I would say one of two things is going to happen. Either the ship is going to explode. Let's try and make sure everything's kind of in the center. Or, we're going to find out in a second. Here we go. Okay. I don't know if that's a good thing, guys. Alright, it settled down, so that's a good thing. Okay, hold on a second, let's see if our inventory works. Yeah, it does. For all our effort, all our work that we just did, we deserve something to drink, huh? Okay. This helmet that I'm wearing is from the bunker mission that I did. Okay. Alright. Who wants to look and see what it looks like? Okay, look at that. So it forced everything into the middle. See this mission. See if these missile things were on the side, loading it would have been so much easier. We did have some gaps in here, but trying to push this one. So that was good because the mission silo things are back here. If this thing had been somewhere near the back, it probably wouldn't have been able to close. And then the ship would probably exploded. And then, yeah. Alright, so the question is, can we deliver now? Oops. Alright, so engines on. Take up. Good. Lift the slowly move forward, back up, back up. There we go. Slowly, 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 slowly. Come on. There we go. There we go, guys. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right. Okay. So this one, I wouldn't recommend. So don't take that many missions. So just take instead of 7, just take 6. You're still going to get over 300,000. And you're not going to have to play Jenga like I just had to do. Come on, let us out. All right, people. Here we go. 370k mission. Will it Jenga? Man, I'm telling you. I definitely wouldn't recommend doing that. That's for sure. All right. Look at that, man. Look at that ship, man. That's a pretty color, man. That is pretty. Eventually, when I get a whole bunch of ships, I'm going to have to decide the color scheme of all my ships. So they're all going to be the same. Okay, so let's go ahead and plot a course to our money maker. Okay, looking good, people. Shields off. But there's a reason for it. Come on. And doing missions like this, people, they could, like, try and interdict you or something, but realistically, they're not going to get anything out of it. That's just somebody trying to gank you just because they think it's funny. Yeah, and I really hate that. I really wish that, somebody wants to play PvP, by all means. But if two guys want to play PvP and they PvP against each other, that's great. But if somebody's just like flying around, relaxing, just trying to, de-stress himself, and then somebody just out of no reason just pulls him out and just blows up his ship, no reason whatsoever, because it's not like he's got any cargo or anything, right? That's the one thing I really don't like. Or have like zones, PP, dedicated to PvP, like the Pyro. You go into Pyro, you got to realize that there's a good chance somebody's going to look at you as a target, and they're going to take advantage of that. And so you expect that. That's expected. If I go into Pyro, I already know there's a good chance that I might get attacked. And so it's not worth it. Now, if I had a Polaris, like my friend Mike here, hell yeah, I'd go there, because guess what? I hear that those shields are brutal. Like, I would have enough time to run away or something then. But, in a little ship like this, man, they'll eat me alive. A couple Guardians, phew, you wouldn't even need a couple. You just need one Guardian, boy, and he could eat me for breakfast. Okay. Requesting the dock. Requesting to make 300,000. All right, hangar request. Beautiful. Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, shields are back on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Landing gear. Look at that, people. Ooh. Okay. Look at that. Beautiful. Talk about. So, this would make us almost 370K. One step closer to the Vulture. But, you know. But if I can make $1 million doing hauling missions, then, you know, what's the benefit of having a Vulture then? Okay, see, look at that. All those boxes are still there, so. Whoa, 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 come on. Beautiful, people. That's what you talk about. Some parking, baby. Take me off. Take that engine off. Let's get on out the chair. All right. And unloading goes a lot faster. We don't have to play Jenga anymore. Which is another thing, though. The C1, you enter and exit through the rear. So the problem with the C1 is if you try and play Jenga like that, you can't get back in the ship anymore. So you got to make sure you leave a clear space for you to still get in. Yes. I hear you guys. Yeah. See, look. Box fell out. That's great. That's okay, my friend. That's alright. Alright. Take the big ones out. Look at that. Okay. There we go. Nice and pretty, people. The last time when the game crashed on me, I was unloading it into the warehouse to get paid, and it crashed. Talk about a heart-riveting moment there. Because as you see, you saw how long it took to load it. And so unloading goes a lot faster. And even though I was unloading it, it still... System died on me, and... Oh, that broke my heart. So hopefully this doesn't crash. But as you can see, this probably took about an hour. So, come on. Why isn't it snapping there? What? see if this one has a problem snapping on that front right there in the corner. Stop, 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 stop. Come back. Yeah, that snapped in properly. Yeah, something's wrong. It's a little janky. Yeah, so with this, I got 1,000,000 on my other character. You waited on your Galaxy to show up? Oh, so that you can use the Mobi Glass? Is that what you're referring to? Yeah, I definitely need to get me another tablet. I haven't had a tablet in a long time, so there we go. Make everything look nice and pretty. It's the least that we can do. I mean, the shippers, they signed a waiver. I'm not responsible for any damage delivery. So, anything that gets damaged, that's not my responsibility. They're paying me to get it from point A to point B. How I get it from point A to point B, well, that's irrelevant. As long as it arrives, I expect payment. Don't make me have to come inside town here and shoot everybody up. Oh yeah, so like if you wanted like some the RSA Galaxy ship. Oh, I'd have to look that one. Is it a yeah. Is it gonna be a capital ship or is it gonna be something else? Like a medium-sized ship? I haven't been keeping up with the ships because, to be honest, I would rather that, you know, my man start concentrating more on gameplay and fixing all these bugs instead of trying to sell all these damn ships. I can't believe we got everything on here. I was a little nervous, boy, when I started looking at everything. I was like, uh-oh. I think we have overextended ourselves. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Look at that. Will it Jenga? Ah. Hmm. Something is missing over here. Huh? Oh well. Beautiful. Beautiful, 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 baby. Gotta love Tetris, man. I guess if you play Tetris, you know how to play the game. So, no, 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 no. Okay, so there we go. Look at this. Beautiful. So you can get, as you can see, you can make money getting all these little um, with the one SCU boxes. However, you also got to realize that it takes much longer. Whereas if I would have had just a bunch of these like larger boxes, it would have taken no time to load up and move on out. So medium missions are definitely better because the containers are not that um, there's not that many containers to load up. So I think that makes a huge difference too. Now we can put you in there. Beautiful. Can we put a front row now? Yes, we can. Well, yep, this is beautiful. Right. Okay, so you can't put nothing in that corner, but you can put one right there. That's odd. Oh well, it is what it is. We got plenty of room to get it onto the belt, the elevator, so we're fine. All right. So this should definitely put us over 1 million. Then I'll probably log into my other guy just so I can just transfer the money over to him. And this is going to put us closer to getting our vulture. Oh, it's a Corvette size ship. Okay. And is it more like for combat? Is it kind of like a all-arounder type ship? I'm definitely gonna have to look that up now. So I'm assuming it's still in concept. The ship that I'm wanting to get is the Pioneer. Now that's the ship that I want. I want to be able to build bases. And that's why you're going to need like a vulture or something like that, because you're going to need to mine for resources. And I don't know if that big thing is going to allow you to mine resources and then with the resources make the modules or the components to build bases. And I'm almost positive that I read somewhere. That's odd. That you can build also like a space station. So like if you didn't want to be like out in the on a planet somewhere, you could just build yourself a space station. Have your own space station. So I think that's pretty cool. Look at all this, people. Talk about Jenga, baby. What? Should be the last two, guys. Oh, okay. There's more. There's four. Okay. Look at that. So, let's make sure nothing fell out. Nothing laying around. Okay, y'all see, there's nothing in here. Nothing stuck in the ceiling. Okay, let's see how much money we got now. We got 730. Let's see what we're gonna have after this. Okay. So, we should start getting a bunch of completes. Um, um, all right, so what just happened? We literally just dropped everything here. And what? It says we're in Orison? Okay, guys, now I know I'm not crazy. We just, yeah, deliver everything to the Dunlo space station, which we just did. Okay, so let's unload everything back. So I'm wondering if all those boxes that we threw out, because they're still inside the warehouse, are counting somehow against us. This was a lot of stuff, guys, that we just unloaded into this stupid thing. It's like there was a bunch of stuff already in here. Yeah, look at this, guys. Ugh. Okay, so it shouldn't have just went in there. Okay, so let's just take some stuff out. Wait a minute. Unselect all. It says so it's not supposed to go in there. It's supposed to count towards the mission and disappear. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on a second. I think sometimes you have to actually go into the contract and hit submit. So okay, so some of them got completed and some of them didn't. So let's wait and see which ones got completed and which one didn't. And look at that. We didn't get paid for nothing. What kind of crap is this? Okay, so that was a massive waste of time. I don't know if this was, and I didn't pay attention. I probably should, but I thought we'd emptied out the warehouse. Yeah, something ain't right, guys. Okay, so now let's move it. Okay, so now let's lower it again and see if it disappears. Okay, it says transfer complete. And if we got a bunch of damn boxes in here again, yeah, means it's glitched out. Oh my gosh. See? Look at all these boxes that are here. Okay, see? And this is the problem here, I think. Because it still sees all these stupid boxes here too. Like, ugh. Ugh. Well, I guess my missions are crappy-oly too right now too. So I can't even do any hauling missions. Ugh. Yeah, and these are all the stuff that should be disappearing for the quest. Oh well. There's got to be a way to destroy stuff. Yeah, and the global chat's not working again either. Let's try in the communications tab. Yeah, the global chat's gone too. Yeah, man, they're gonna have to fix the hauling missions because as you can see, we did get some credit, but we didn't get paid for nothing. So even though the contracts disappeared as if they were, see, history says completed, but we didn't get paid. See, completed, 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 completed. Some of these were abandoned, yeah. Yeah, we can abandon these stupid things. Yeah, I think they're glitched out. Okay. Well, I guess let's try and find a different mission now because hauling seems to be broken. Mercenary? Provide backup. There we go. So, at least we can get paid for that. Um, it's better than nothing. Well, actually, alright, I guess this is what we're gonna have to do. I don't know if we overloaded it. Maybe we should just stick with just getting one mission at a time. But either way, until we can clean up the warehouse, it's pretty much useless now. Unless we have to take everything outside of our hangar. And if that's the case, then yeah, I'll do that another time. Okay. Should be on it. Okay.
Engines are off.
So that was 300 something thousand that we just got cheated out of again. So now this is not the first mission. So we've had now like 4 or 5 missions, turned them in, and we didn't get paid for them. And then the stuff just keeps stockpiling into the inventory slot, and I think that's what's messing up the turning into the missions.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System.
Okay, so we want to store this guy.
Your vehicle has been moved to our storage facility. Your insurance claim has been sent. Thank you.
Okay.
Please visit us again. Goodbye.
Well, I think I'm gonna go ahead and call it in for tonight. This is a little frustrating. Hopefully they'll come up with a fix. There's got to be a way to clean out your inventory, because if not, this is hauling missions are pretty much broken now too. If you've accepted missions, your game crashed, and now you have all that cargo in your thing, it's not giving you credit for turning stuff in. But what's the sense in running hauling missions too? So they've still got some work to do. All right, hope you guys have a good evening and enjoy.